My people, hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another plastic show and tell unboxing video for April 2022. I have plastic from AGL, I have the entire lineup from Clash Discs, I have some Latitude plastic, some Luft plastic, and also some plastic from Discraft. First time I've checked out any Discraft stuff in a little while actually, so that'll be a lot of fun. I also have some accessories to show you, so lots of stuff to get into, stay tuned. But a little business before we get into that. If you like the channel and you like the videos, please hit the subscribe button to stay tuned for future uploads. I'd appreciate it very much. I'm trying to grow to 15,000 subscribers this calendar year. I think we can get there, but I need your help. So hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. Hang out, geek out on plastic with us here on the channel. I will be showing off a lot more stuff as we go. I already have other stuff that I can show you on the way, etc., etc. So definitely stay tuned and be part of the community that we have here on the Disc Golf Nerd channel. And other than that, I will give the appropriate shout outs as we go along in terms of who sent me what and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, that's the main thing. Subscribe to the channel. If you really like the channel, you really want to help take it to the next level with your support and become a producer on the show and be part of the Disc Golf Nerd Patreon support team, you can just check me out on Patreon. It starts at only $2 a month and it really helps me out. Those folks are amazing and I really appreciate their support. Let's get into it. A lot of stuff to show you, a little bit of business to take care of first, but let's start with these because they're relatively simple. Just a quick thing to show off. These are from TBox Socks. I have not tried these yet, but a lot of the team, my teammates on Team Upper Park are using these, and been working with these guys, and they hooked me up with these really cool basket socks, and they threw my logo on there as well. These are the large. I think the extra large might have fit me a little bit better, but I've only tried these on a couple times. I've not actually got a chance to play around in them yet, but I will be wearing these next time I get out on the course to play around, so that should be interesting. Thank you very much to TBox Socks for sending me those to try out. If those go well, maybe we could have a relationship with them going forward, try out more of it, do some giveaways, that sort of thing. We will see, but yeah, appreciate it. Also, I want to take a quick second just to say, if you have a business out there, or if you're just a private person who wants to send me your favorite disc or something you think I really need to try or show off on the channel, feel free to reach out to me, discgolfnerd1@gmail.com. I'm interested in checking out some gear. You guys seem to enjoy these videos. I love making them, so I'm happy to show off other products. With that in mind, this is an interesting product that someone sent me. This is I believe it's Dirigo, D-I-R-I-G-O is the name of the company, and this is a magnetic attached waffle towel. So one of these nice synthetic waffle towels I've used for years. These work great, and it has a captured magnet in here, right? So you can open it up via Velcro right here. I'm not going to go all the way in there, but you can open it up and you can take out this piece that's in there, and then there's a magnet here and it attaches really solidly, but when it's attached to your bag, you can just pop it right off and pop it back on again. So it's really nice, and I've actually really dig it. It's a simple concept, but I like to be able to remove my towel and dry off my discs with it without it being attached to my bag, and this is much faster than trying to unclip it or anything like that. Have been rocking it via just a little paracord loop mounted to the handle of my cart, so just right around the cart handle. This hangs down, I can grab it. Definitely a nice setup. So thanks to them for sending me that to try out. I will continue to test that going forward, especially I think I'm going to leave it for my cart specifically. I think it's a great setup for that. Also, Max Wax. I showed these guys off recently, but they sent me their new retail version of the Snap Stick, which is nice, and I was able to hook the guys up with those, so Andy and James and Anthony will be able to provide their feedback based on using it as well. And the main reason I'm showing it off again on the channel is that I have actually had a chance to test it now. I've been using the mini size one here, and I like to just kind of grab it like it's a disc, move my thumb across and kind of drag it across that surface, and I'm mostly looking to get it on my thumb. What's nice about this is I've never been like a dry bag whale sack, guy. I've never used those. Never felt like I needed to. I do typically like to lick my thumb and get some grip on particularly premium discs. Sometimes feels really nice for that. This simulates that, but it's much more consistent and it's better, to be honest. Like It does that same kind of thing, but much nicer. So you get a nice tacky grip on it, and I really like it for my thumb in particular. The fingers don't bother me as much, you know, with my grip because of the way my power grip lines up and stuff. Ooh, tough to show you always on camera, but like the way that digs in under my thumb is quite nice, and I dig it. We'll be continuing to test and utilize that stuff, and I will give you guys an update on that as we go, probably in my next in the bag video or something along those lines. You saw these already. These are the AGL Baobab overstable approach disc that I have added into my overstable approach disc collection for that video that will be happening very soon. I'll get that done probably before the summer, and yeah, these are supposedly real stable. 4013. So that's interesting. We'll definitely see, you know, for firsthand how it all works out when we're out there testing these. But they feel kind of similar to the Stego in terms of the top. And the Stego and AGL stuff is both molded by Gateway, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's a, you know, derivative of the same mold. We'll do some more comparisons on that when I post a full review on the AGL Baobab. But we have them in two different plastics. This one, I'm not sure what it's considered, but it's super grippy. Feels amazing. I love this one. This one feels super nice. Great rubbery grip, kind of akin to like a Latitude Soft or medium, but every bit is grippy. Really nice. I like that one. That feels good, and the thumb track feels pretty good for my forehand. So interested to try these. Kind individual named Roderick Cast from Team AGL sent me these to try out and have represented in the playlist and stuff. So I'm happy to check them out. So thank you to Roderick for that. Moving on, got some more stuff. Just real quick, I picked up an Air River for myself. I've never really tested the River properly, and the Opto ones are maybe a little bit harder to find right now. So I saw this one. It's only 160, so it's not like it's super light, and that's fine. I've always liked lighter weight discs anyway. It doesn't bother me in terms of I must have max weight or I must have super light. You know, 160, 165. 170, 175, like I use all over the place. You know, I throw an Air Havoc, then I throw max weight ones. I don't really care, but this one, I like the Air plastic too. I like the kind of almost slight texture to the feel, and tons of glide on this mold in general. Very straight flying disc. Hopefully we'll kind of fill the gap in my lineup that I want something that flies like a Fuse or like my Pures or my Keystones, but farther. So that's kind of what I'm looking for out of this. Not as flippy as the Fury, but still kind of in that straight, understable type of flight path. Next, we have the Luft Discs Beta Solid Hydrogen. This is the kind of Vanilla Bean edition, and these are the stock run. And I inked this one because it's in my bag. Not this exact one, but I'm throwing hydrogens right now, so I can show you a little bit on the bottom there. Made in Denmark, PDJ approved, Luft Hydrogen. Man, so I tested the Alpha Solid Hydrogen, and then I more recently over the winter, I think, started testing the Beta Solid prototypes that they had sent me after the fact, after I did that initial review. And they are so nice. I fell in love with these things. This one is just a backup now. I have another prototype that's on the shelf and one that's in my bag, and it is an absolute laser beam. Like, they have just enough flip up for me where I can throw them on my slight hyzer. If I commit to them, they pop up just a hair, and once they settle into that line, they do not veer at all. Like, it's really amazing. Even turnovers, soft hyzers, I'm not really using them for that. I'm going to use something that's got a little more stability to it. But this thing is so straight when you throw it flat to just slight hyzer with some pop and let it stand up. Man, laser beam straight approach disc and T-shot disc, and I really like it. So you'll be seeing those in my next in the bag video. Shout out to Luft Discs, man. Cool guys making interesting plastic, breaking out of the mold a little bit, you know, going for a much different design than a lot of the stuff you're going to run into. So as I said earlier, I have the full stack of Clash discs. I should probably break it into its own video, but for whatever reason, when I do that, it doesn't get as many views as when I posted in these mass unboxings. So I'm going to try to make sure as many people check those out as possible, because those are real nice as well, and we're including them in this video. Next, let's take a look at the Chanimal Chandler Fry Tour Series Surge by Discraft. I've been reaching out to Chanimal, and we've been chatting about teaming up to review this disc, because the Surge is a disc that I tested and used to bag many years ago. It's also one of the discs that Andy has been a champion of for years. I mean, Andy has thrown Surges for so long. He's kind of drifted around recently, but he still loves the mold, so I was definitely interested in seeing these new run Surges, how they fly. And 11 speeds are kind of in vogue right now. These are 11 speed drivers, so they're kind of Wraith-ish. Royal Grace is another 11-speed disc that's really popular right now. So, man, look at the swirls on these. This one has like a ghost kind of iridescent stamp that I don't think I'm going to be able to get on camera. It's really prevalent in the sunlight, but you can kind of see where the stamp is, but you're not seeing the iridescence for whatever reason. This one with just plain black stamp, also super rad, but look at the swirls on this thing. I mean, it's just next level beautiful in terms of these swirls. It looks almost like a dyed disc straight out of the factory. Super rad. So I appreciate Chanimal hooking it up. He actually reached out to his team manager, who handpicked these to for us to be able to check out. So I really appreciate that as well. It's nice to work with Discraft. I feel a little bit disconnected from the brand after a long time of supporting it and throwing a lot of Discraft plastic. Just kind of drifted away recently, so I'm really happy to be able to check out some of the newer stuff and see how it goes. It's been really tricky to get my hands on it for review and stuff, to be honest. But yeah, this is man, just look at that. So nice. These have like a slight dome to them. Let's take a look at the profile here. We haven't gone too deep in the profiles in this video because I have so much to show you, but let's take a quick look at the profile of this Surge. 11-speed driver. It's not flat, but it doesn't really pop. It's got like a nice moderate dome and feel great. Can't wait to throw those. So shout out to Chanimal for hooking it up. Also, I'm hoping to connect with him close to Portland Open to film in person the full review of these. So I'll get him throwing them. I'll throw them. You'll see how they fly hundreds of feet farther for Chanimal than they do for me. But hopefully you'll still see good flights for both of us. Okay, we're going to go quicker on the Clash stuff, but big thank you to Clash Discs for sending me these to test and review. I appreciate it very much. They hooked me up with a sweet care package here, as I think you'll agree. I've only thrown a couple of these so far, but let's just run through them real fast and give you the overview. So, we have the Mango. Let me grab my little cheat sheet. They sent this in the box, which gives you the flight numbers, overview of all the different molds so far. So the Mango right here, 5404 according to their flight numbers. I believe the rest of them are marked. This one's got the prototype stamp on there. You can see it's actually got some of that wax residue from the Max Wax on there, which is also kind of nice. You know, it doesn't look great, but then when you pick your disc back out of your bag, sometimes the wax is already on that spot. You just throw your thumb right there and you're off to the races. So there is a look at the overstable Mango. Overstable, beadless, mid-range with a slight dome. So that'll be an interesting one to test. Only thrown that a couple times, but it is pretty beefy. The Berry is 55-11, also a mid-range. The plastic on all these is incredible. Really, really nice. It's all the same name. It's all steady, even if it's opaque or translucent like this. 55-11 for the Berry. Here's your look at the rim profile on this guy. These are interesting because they feel great, but they are like slightly different. They don't feel exactly like anything else that I've really felt. The Popcorn is maybe the most kind of standard in terms of feel. It's just a really nice kind of gentle rounded outside edge there, beadless putter. This plastic in particular is gorgeous. I can't wait to dye this one as well. And but even just the really nice shiny white is such a great color, so easy to find in the woods and stuff. So this thing feels amazing. This one in particular, the grip on it is just incredible. Really, really nice feel. The Popcorn, very straight flyer. Only thrown it a couple times, but I definitely dig it already. The next one is the Mint 4303, so right in that harp kind of range, harp zone type deal. So this one's going into the stack for the overstable approach disc video as well. You can see it's got that kind of zone look to it, but it's not as perfectly flat. It's got a touch of dome across the top. Again, very grippy plastic, feels good. Have not thrown that one yet. The pepper I have also not thrown. This one's a prototype as well. So where's my cheat sheet? Here we go. 11503 for the pepper. And this thing feels beefy. This thing feels real beefy. I'm expecting it to be pretty meat hook status for my arm. So we'll see. You can see how high that parting line is, right? See how high that is, and a little bit of pop to it. Great grip. This one's definitely got a little bit of a sharper, wide rim driver feel to it than the others, and feels nice for sure. And last but not least, we also have the prototype Ginger, which I believe is 8402. Let's see. Yep, 8402 on the Ginger. The Ginger also pretty beefy. High parting line, super grippy, that beautiful kind of, it should be called a carrot with this color, but really nice forehand disc so far. So I could see myself enjoying this one quite a bit for my little extra, a little bit longer range forehand, you know, outside of the range of a harp or something along those lines. Oh my goodness, we made it, guys. That was a slog. We got a lot of stuff to show you. I'm about to run out of voice here, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you once again to everybody for their continued support, my Patreon support team, my viewers, my subscribers, all the sponsors, and various folks that help hook me up with plastic. It means a lot to me. I appreciate you all. Shout out to Upper Park as well. As a member of Team Upper Park, you guys can use my code anytime you want. 10% off. Use the code DiscGolfNerd10 at upperparkdiscgolf.com and get yourself one of the best bags on the market. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all. I'll talk to you very soon. Cheers.